by definition, if I'm in the culture, it's not perfect. If people are in the culture, it's not perfect. But there's an intentionality of building a good culture. What does a good culture look like and feel like?
So to begin with, dear friend, if I say nothing else today, you just offer the biggest gift that can come out of this podcast. And that is any culture that is intentional is a great culture. Any culture that is intentional. Most cultures that are default cultures, assembled like European villages are in the beginning, and then something was added and then something else, and this faces east and that faces west. The default cultures are almost always problematical, but intentional cultures. So the very idea that you set out to weave something that would be weight bearing, the very idea, the moment you decide that, you have, I think, a significant advantage. The definition that the firm has introduced for culture, and we've used very consistently, is in very simple terms, culture is simply the lived version of your values, not the stated version, but the lived version.
Not the one that's on all of your PowerPoint decks. It's the one that people actually experience.
Precisely. So therefore, if you're intentional as a leader, determining the values and committing to those values, and then allow people to live those values as individuals, but to live those values, just gravitating to those values, you can just see immediately how the weave begins to come about. That's where that is. And a range of behavior. One of the things that I'm an organizational theorist, right? I did my doctoral work at Northwestern, and I am so thrilled that organizational behavior exists because human behavior is quite unpredictable. Organizational behavior, however, is quite predictable. So as a leader, if you're intentional about building a culture where a consistent set of behaviors are generated that create the unity within, the value for your clients, your impact on the world, you truly can do that. That's probably why I consider the organization concept to be a brilliant concept. It's not just a collection of people. It actually is a living, breathing institutional being that guides behavior, collects energies and resources, marshals them, and aims them at creating value. And so that's where behavior and culture come together, and values are right in between there.